Hello, Properly Basic
And the Great
and
Sims.
on the EPLZ server. And today, this is going to be a bit of a long video. We're going to break it up into parts.
And it
We're going
should
to,
span the nighttime. I mean, it's night now, but it'll be daytime by the time we get done. So
yeah, this is our Water City. We made it on a previous server and just moved it into this one.
yeah, we
And-
didn't bring our seaside shanty, which is kind of sad, but it was okay.
Yeah, we weren't able to save the underwater dome either.
True.
but-
It's all here mostly.
Most of these things aren't, super massive, awesome builds, but they're kind of small things that we did that just added character to the city, and over time, just a bunch of people doing stuff together, it sort of really worked. And so the idea is to show you through this and to hopefully give you some ideas of just kind of small things you can do, like this bridge.
Yeah, we started this city in survival. We kind of didn't stick to that, but we started it there.
Right. And so you have this, bridge. Oops. Way to go through the portal.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, so you have this bridge. Cobblestone, fences, wood. Something you can make in survival, but it just looks kind of nice. It goes along with the city. And so normally you would just have a crafting bench somewhere in the middle, but you can do something to make a nice little workshop. Same thing with forges. You can just have a forge set up somewhere, or multiple forges, or you can make just a forge room.
True. Which is great when you're smelting all that, cobblestone into smooth stone and stuff. Just
Right.
get all that done really quickly. Oop, fell in the water. There we go.
Same thing with an enchanting. You can have an enchanting thing tucked away, or you can make a little lab hovering
Yeah.
above the water.
This didn't start out with, leaves on top. I thought it was a nice touch. And yeah, it was enchanting. I put some alchemy stuff up here. Then the docks.
Docks aren't particularly special, but they keep the boats, and that's the important part. You can just put dirt in there, the boat doesn't move.
Yeah, I experimented with some doors, but they didn't get copied over, I guess. And they didn't work quite as well.
And so just to spice it up, add a water tower, add, as you can see, I've got a design here where you have the walkway and it goes into a somewhat circular thing with glass in the middle, and that's the basic design for the whole thing.
Yeah, you'll see that repeated everywhere.
But the important thing, and I mentioned this in another video, is to vary it just a tiny bit. So keep the same thing. In music, it's a leitmotif. Keep the same basic design, but spice it up. So instead of having glass, I made it a little bit bigger and had a water tower.
Yeah. And these lamp posts came kind of late. Later on.
And the lamppost came after we stopped being in survival. There were just torches everywhere.
Yeah, we were like, torches, kind of ugly, and so just put lamp posts up. So what's this demonic looking thing behind you? And who built this?
This, originally I built just a very basic nether portal. We wanted to go to the nether to explore survival. And then Sims got the awesome idea to spice up the nether portal.
Okay, so this portal, originally Mike and I had another, she made like a secret base on our old server, and we built a skull like this in her throne room, I think. And so I just ported it over here, and I was like, well, I'll just turn the nether portal into a giant skull with orange hair. That's where that came from. Although our nether portals were kind of messed up on this server now, so I don't know why.
And this next one's not, terribly special, but you just have an incinerator to get rid of items.
Or people. I know, those pesky bodies. Oh yeah.
Yes, I record. You guys have seen I record and creative. It just takes out variables, especially monsters. So this was one of the first things that got built here. And I will let Sims, the Great Sims, take over.
Yeah, I built this tower just because when we first built it, we didn't have all these other buildings around here, and it was just pretty much these walkways and this little farm. And I think we started building that storage tower over there. But this was the biggest building at the time when we first started, and I was like, we just need a tower in the center, like city council and stuff like that. And so I went against my own code and built a spiral staircase, which is like the bane of my own existence.
And one of the joys of mine.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad one. It's a 2x2, and it shifts it around. And then we come up here, and it's just a viewing area to look over the rest of the city with the chandelier. It's pretty simple, very simple, and it's got a weird design. So depending on where you're at in the city, it kind of looks bigger or smaller, just because of this weird shape. That was not, on purpose. I just did that because we needed a weird-looking tower.
The last thing we have to show for this video is Nate's house.
Oh yeah.
Still built in survival.
Yeah, Nate, who's played with me on other games such as Saints Row, and who has done other Minecraft stuff with his brother on their channel. I don't know.
And I'm putting a link in the description.
Yeah.
That scares me, by the way.
What?
All that wood, the fire so close.
Yeah, luckily it never caught on fire. I mean, fire spread is off on the server right now, but even before that, it didn't spread for some reason. He had a few times that it did, though, which is why this is not completely wood up here. His floor up here kept catching on fire. Yeah, well, he never really finished this area. I mean, it was supposed to be like a garrison for him, but it just turned into like a ruined fort that is no longer in use.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some ideas, and we will be picking up from here in the second video and taking you through the second third of the city.
See you then.